Yo, what is up guys, X-Ray here, and today I'm in Pokemon Showdown here, and I'm using the team that I made for my RMT, and I laddered off screen a little, and right now currently I'm quite high on the ladder, about 1650, and we'll be doing some laddering today with this team. You guys will probably see, already saw my RMT if you're familiar with Smogon. But this video is actually recorded before I finish the RMT, so I'm currently working on it right now. So, let's just find the battle right away. So as you can see on the right, I'm currently signed up in the VGC 2016 single elimination tournament. We'll probably have a few of these battles along the way with our laddering to have some more variety. So, we're taking some time to search up a battle here. I'm gonna see how many OU battles there are currently. There's quite a lot, and there are some higher ladder ones. So apparently we're not getting any battles so far. So I will be. Oh, we got one. Okay. So you have this Mega Gallade, Roserade, Spike Stacking squad, as it looks like. So most likely the lead is either going to be Rotom, Tyranitar, or Roserade. I think I'm gonna lead with Garchomp here. He's gonna use his Tyranitar. Probably gonna set up rocks here. I think I'm just going to go for the substitute. He goes for the Ice Beam, so he reveals to have the Ice Beam. We're just going to go out into our own Actually, I think now that he revealed the Ice Beam, he's going to predict us going to go for the switch. So I'm going to go for the substitute again. Okay, so he just continues to Ice Beam. We're going to switch on to Tyranitar at this point. No point in risking us losing Garchomp. It's a major threat to his team. Goes for the Ice Beam, doesn't do much at all. And we can just freely set up our rocks here. So if he goes down to Rotom, we are going to go out into Latios here as he burns us. So his switch in here consists of Heatran and Scizor. And I think I'm just gonna pull a double into. Okay, so he goes on to Tyranitar. I completely forgot he had this thing. That doesn't look like a normal Tyranitar to me, so he's probably gonna pursue. There's nothing we can do. We lose our Lati. So we get pursued. There's nothing we can do about that, but now we can go into Scizor and freely click U-turn. So now this guy has a UU team against our VGC 2016 team. So we can probably win this easily. I'm going to lead off with Kangaskhan and Groudon here and have Landorus and Xerneas in the back. So let's start a timer on this guy. So he goes on to Heatran, which have easily superpowered there, but I didn't want to risk the Rotom coming in and giving him momentum. So I'm going to switch back out into Garchomp and click the EQ. Yeah, so we take out the Heatran. Now, most likely his Tyranitar is going to come in, and most likely going to continue to click Ice Beam. Actually, his Rotom comes in, so we're going to click Substitute on the most likely be the Will-O-Wisp, I presume. Yeah, so he goes for a Will-O-Wisp. We're going to go for the SD right here. This guy leads off with a Rampardos and a Heracross. So we're going to Mega Evolve, fake out the Heracross, and go for the Precipice Blades. This guy misses a Hydro Pump. I think that's probably like one of the biggest things in the match. Yeah, I think doesn't he just straight up lose? Okay, so we Mega Evolve here. He Megas. We go for the fake out, and we take him out with the Precipice Blades. So now we go for the Dragon Claw. goes down to Scizor. We can just Earthquake here. It's definitely gonna kick him out. And I'm pretty sure we just win at this point with this team. So, actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure we just win. So, first game, we have a sub DD Garchomp sweep. Let's type in GG. And in this game, we are going to switch Kangaskhan out into Landorus to get the Intimidate drops and go for the Rock Slide as it KOs both. So, I don't know how you like having two battles at the same time. So be sure to, if you're watching this video, be sure to put a comment down in the description saying how you like having two battles at the same time. So let's finish this match. So he goes for a Drain Punch on the Landorus. That's going to do nothing at all. As Rock Slide actually doesn't pick out the KO on Heracross, which is quite unfortunate, as we take unnecessary damage with Groudon. So we are Scarfed, and there are no EQ resists except for Harlucha on his squad. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go for the I don't want to risk the Rock Slide missing though. I'm just gonna go for a double Rock Slide. There's no loss into it. We missed our Harlucha. That's what I feared. But he has a Citrus. This activates his Unburden ability, so now he outspeeds all of our member on the team. Bearing Xerneas after at +2. Goes down to Stunfix. We're gonna pull a double into Kangaskhan and go for the Precipice Blaze to kill out the Stunfix. I don't know what the Stunfix wanted to do. Harlucha is not a large threat right now, so he can't always KO any one of my members. And we're gonna find another OU battle along the way. So while we wait for that OU battle, Stunfix used my Wing Con is too powerful. Okay, so okay, we find one right away. This one's kind of like a stall team. With some Wish Core, some Defog, some Sporing, some Rocks, and probably Bulky Wisp Zard X. So Garchomp really puts a number on his team once we get rid of Mamoswine. So I think I'm gonna start with Scizor. So this is what I thought he was going to leave us. Goes down to his Charizard. I do not mind. I am just going to go out into Tyranitar. If it's a Zard X, so be it. He actually just stayed in regular form and go for the Flamethrower. I am fine with that. We're just going to set up our rocks here. He is a Zard Y actually. And Solar Beam just straight up OHKOs. That's quite unexpected, so. We're going to go on to Kyurem here. We know we outspeed everything on his team. He knows he can't take us out in one shot, so he's probably going to try and switch out into Mamoswine here. So we're going to take advantage of that and pull a double into Scizor. Like I said, go out into Mamoswine, and we're going to U-turn here. It's going to do a heavy amount to anything that wants to come in. And we pretty much win at this point. Okay. So we're going to get our second VGC 2016 battle ready. So we're going to U-turn the Alomomola. I can't spell that. I can't say that for the life of me. So we're going to go out into Latios here, and we're going to trick this. Wait. Let me calc something real quick, okay? Latios. To expect Alamo defensive. Draco Meter should kill. Okay, so we're gonna switch on to Gardevoir now as he goes on to Mammal. That's fine by me. We're just gonna Hyper Voice here. Now we have an actual looking team in against Oliver.60. We're gonna start with Kangaskhan and Aegislash, and then actually no, sorry, my bad. We're gonna start with Kangaskhan, Talonflame, and put Aegislash and Groudon in the back. That sounds like a good plan to me. Okay, so we're gonna start the timer on this guy. We're gonna go back to our OU battle. So we Mega Evolve. He goes for the EQ. That does way too much. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for the Destiny Bond. He's probably gonna go for the Bullet Punch. That's fine by me. We're just gonna go out to a Garchomp. We're gonna substitute here and potentially sweep him. So he switches out into Alomomola, and then we can just Swords Dance here, SD. Goes for the Wish. That's fine by me. We're just gonna go for double sword stance. And then we can just take this thing out with an EQ. Yes. So now we sweep with sub DD Garchomp again. DD. Sub SD Garchomp again. This set is one of my favorite sets in Garchomp. I don't know why bulky Chomp is used that often nowadays, but I definitely prefer this sub DD sub SD Garchomp. So Amoonguss tries to come out. And we take it out with an EQ. So pretty much we sweep his team at this point, and we can just Dragon Claw to take this Charizard out. So we lead off with Kangaskhan and Talonflame. As I saw, he's gonna lead off with Whimsicott. We're gonna go for the Fake Out onto the Kangaskhan and Quick Guard to prevent the opposing Fake Outs. So he's gonna send in Alamomo Mola. We're gonna type in a GG here since it's pretty much a guaranteed victory, and we're going to go for the EQ. EQ actually doesn't take him out. He goes for a Toxic. He's probably going to go for some Wish now or Protect. We're just going to continuously go for the EQ. So, we Mega Evolve here. Whimsicott goes for the Protect. We go for the Quick Guard. And we go for the Fake Out. So that turn works out pretty nicely for me. I'm going to go for the Low Kick on the Kangaskhan and Brave Bird on the Whimsicott. Brave Bird will definitely take him out because we are... Ooh, okay, so we trade our, I trade my Talonflame with Whimsy and Kangaskhan, which I'm okay with. I'm gonna go on to Aegislash to prevent the, Journeys from doing anything funny. And we're gonna go for the EQ and take Alamomo out. So, we're on 16-17 now, and we're gonna find another game in the OU battle. So, we find this, nice HO squad here, and honestly, I think he should just lead with Lopunny, or if it's a lead Braydon, he's gonna lead Braydoom. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lead Lottie. Actually use this extra drill. It's a mode breaker EQ set. We cannot deal with that nicely at all. So we're gonna have to sack something here, and I think it's gonna have to be the Tyranitar as it does absolutely nothing to him. He actually set us with rocks, so either he's Scarf Rocks or some kind of weird set. So we're gonna go for the Fake Out on the Groudon here and Gyro Ball on the Journeys. So the Journeys goes for a Protect, very intelligent. And we get demolished right there, so I completely forgot about Fake So now we're gonna go for the Double Edge onto the Journeys and go for the Precipice Blaze. So now I'm pretty sure it comes down to a speed tie in this game. In this game, we're just going to go for the EQ here. He's going to bring us down to our Sash, and he is not Life Orb. So that makes me think he is some kind of weird ass set. So we're going to go into our Scissor to pick this thing off with a Bullet Punch. Yeah. So we pick the extra drill out. He wins the speed tie, so that's it, a GG. So we're gonna go into our he's gonna go into his Sundress here. We're gonna calc something real quick. We are a offensive choice band set, and he is a what are you gonna call it? Sundress. I'm gonna say he's Thunder Wave plus 3 attacks. Bullet Punch does about 40%, so I'm just gonna switch into Cure Him. No reason risking this. He goes for a Nasty Plot. That is completely fine by me. We're gonna go for the Ice Beam. This is easily gonna pick up the KO and Cure. Yeah, so we pick up the KO with Cure Him on the Sundress. He knows our Scarf now. So he goes down to his Bishop, intelligent play. We're gonna go down to a Scizor here. Goes for the SD. That's scary as fudge. And we're gonna go for the superpower here. Goes for a knockout, take us out. We're gonna go into Garchomp here. And we're gonna go click the substitute. Goes for a knockout. We're going to substitute again. Because why not? He's probably going to Sucker Punch now. Right now, it's kind of like a 50-50 to sad game. He goes for a knockout again. So, that makes me think he doesn't have to Sucker Punch. But, I'm not going to risk. I'm just going to go for EQ now. Oh, he Sash. That's why he was keep on. So, okay. We can still win this potentially. We're going to go on to Latias. Since it deals with everything on his team. Okay, so it goes down to Lopunny. I'm fine by that. We're just going to go for the Side Shock here. He's going to fake out. Return's probably going to take us out from this range, I believe. Yeah, so Return does take us out from this range. But now we can just go on to Kyurem and go for the... Dragon Claw does not KO, unfortunately. So we have to go for the Outrage. So goes on to Starmie, I'm fine by that. If he has Sash Radium, that could give us some real trouble, and it's gonna come down to the return roll on Lopunny. So this is a really close game right here. We're gonna go for the Outrage. I completely forgot about a Mach Punch here. And now he just 100% wins, since if he Mach Punches into return, he's 100% going to take us out. So, GG. He has Sash, actually. That's even worse. So, he was Sash. Okay. So, we lose that one. Quite unfortunate. Could have played that one better, but we're going to find one last battle here. And we found one. So we're going to leave with Tyranitar this time, since his optimal lead is Lando T. And if he wants to leave with Superior, that's also fine by me. We have this this beautiful Pokemon right here called Scizor. I'm going to check what the ladder for OU is. I'm pretty sure we're close to the ladder. It's 1676. We're really close. If we just won that one, we could have got onto the ladder. Wow. So, the guy we just fought right now, I'm pretty sure he's 1725 right now. He's not here. I don't know. But, anyways. So, we can start with Tyranitar. He's going to leave with Landor. So, he's just going to Ice Beam. It's a lure all along. We don't take him out. He's going to go for the EQ. We're going to go for the Crunch. And take this thing out. Or we could go for the Stealth Shock, predicting the switch, but I'm thinking I'm just going to play it safe and go for the Crunch. Opponent's taking a long time to think about the move. He may think we have Pursuit or something, but he's probably debating going out into Keldeo or Scizor or Clefable or not, since he has counters to Tyranitar. But if he switches in Clefable, I can just go back, straight up go out into Scizor and go for the U-turn to get momentum, or even if I predict him to stay in, I can go for a Bullet Punch. If he goes down to Scizor, I can free go into Latios, and fire off HP fires, and even if he wants to switch back onto Tyranitar, we can play around that by going back onto Scizor. And if he wants to go onto Keldeo, we can just go onto Kyurem and proceed to go for the Fusion Bolt. So So my opponent here is taking a really long time to make his move. And sub SD Garchomp is can help us win the game really if that is not unaware Fable. If he gets up a sub on that Scizor or that Tyranitar, if it doesn't pack Ice Beam, then we are in a really good situation. So the timer is pressuring my opponent greatly, and if he doesn't make a move, he's gonna lose. So if I was my opponent, I would click a button. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And my opponent forfeit. So, thanks for the points. We are 1671. We're gonna find one more battle and try and get on the ladder here. So, we are really close to the ladder. 5 points away. And I'm gonna try and get onto the ladder on this episode here. So, we have this bulky offense. Preferably Mega Slow-Row. So double water with Sand Offense and Hydreigon and Tornadus. Okay. Seems like interesting match. I think I'm just going to start with the Gardevoir here. Start with the Hydreigon. That is really great. We're just going to Mega Evolve and go for the Focus Blast. It hits Excadrill. It hits this thing. Yes, this Hydreigon. Three-headed Medusa. So it goes on to Tornadus team, it makes a correct play. That is Assault Vest, I presume. And I'm just going to switch into Tyranitar here. Goes for the Hurricane, doesn't do much at all. We can set up our rocks here. Goes for a U-turn. He's probably going to go out into Manaphy. Goes into a Cowdown actually, so he can get up his rocks right now. But I'm fine with that. I think I'm gonna pull into Gardevoir here as he sets up his rocks, and we're gonna go for the Hyper Voice. That does a solid 79 amount. He's gonna EQ. Doesn't take us out, but Sandstorm following up is going to take us out. Now we can just go out into our Scizor and proceed to click U-turn. Okay, sacking Gardevoir may have been a stupid play, but there was like nothing else I could have done there. Like, yeah, so I couldn't have done much else there. So I'm gonna go into Tyranitar now. Just as the sand fades, so his even if his extra drill to come in, we can pressure him out with Garchomp and potentially set up a SD sub and sweep. So he goes down to his extra drill. We're gonna go for the EQ here. If he has Life Orb, that is great. Earthquake plus Life Orb damage is definitely going to take him out. So, he goes for the EQ. We're going to go on to Garchomp right here and proceed to go for the substitute. If he stays in, he's in a really good spot. And we have to play a few more 50-50 since he will know my spread. But right now, we definitely outspeed since he is not Mode Breaker. So he switches down to Hydreigon. We make the correct play. And if he is Scarfed, then we want to take him out right away. Yeah, so he is Scarfed, and we do want to take him out right away. So, goes on to his Manaphy here. We're going to go out into Curing. Goes for a Tail Glow. We're going to go for a Fusion Bolt here. The Fusion Bolt is definitely going to knock him out. I would think. Even if it doesn't, a Bullet Punch should follow up and knock him out. It makes a really good play, doubles back out into extra row. We're gonna sack. We have to sack someone here. We're gonna sack Lottie. Lottie doesn't do much this game. Yeah, but Lottie doesn't do much this game. He actually goes for an EQ, which is even better. So we're gonna hit him Power Fire. Considering that he doesn't flinch us, we can potentially take the extra drill out. Actually, we just straight up kill him with the HP Fire. Excadrill is so frail. He's probably gonna go on to Manaphy now, and we can just Right now, Fusion Bolt is a really good. Fusion Bolt can really do some damage here. So he goes down to this thing. We're just gonna contain to HP fire, do some damage. So he takes us out with a knockoff. I'm fine with that. We're just gonna go into Curran right now and click the Fusion Bolt. No reason for us not to. It 2H KOs Slowbro at this range, it KOs Tornadus, and it KOs Manaphy. So he has to sack someone to go into Slowbro safely. Yeah, so he sacks his Tornadus. And he goes down to Slowbro. So right now we're gonna pull a double into Scizor. And proceed to click U-turn. Yeah, U-turn. We can still potentially lose to this Mega Slowbro. That does nothing. That does zero. That literally did nothing. Okay. We still have a chance. Right now we can just go for the U-turn. Okay, so we knocked the Slowbro out. That is great. Manaphy. Okay, Earthquake does about 50% to Manaphy, so we can 2H KO it. Actually, we 2H KO it, nevertheless. So now we can just click the U-turn. I think we lose. No! That was so close. Okay. We successfully peeked onto the ladder there. So, this is going to conclude our OU Live for today. We are #rank 1693. So, we are number 423 on the ladder right now. So, this is going to conclude our OU Live. We peaked on the ladder, being a really successful live. This team has not failed me so far. So,